Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. In my ever constant search for mac and cheese, we're doing mac and cheese number 2. We've got Backpacker's Pantry, 3 cheese mac and cheese, rich creamy blend of Parmesan, Romano, and cheddar cheese is making the perfect comfort food, cheesy and delicious. So this is a 2-serving pouch, 430 calories per serving, so that's 860 in this pack. That's a lot of calories. Big protein though, so a total of 40 grams of protein just in this one pouch. So that's pretty neat. Here's some of the nutrition facts if you guys are interested in that. Again, you know, pretty typical stuff. So this entire pouch will completely do you for sodium. So you need like literally no more sodium today if you were to eat this entire pouch. Here we have our ingredients list. Not super crazy. We got the cheddar, the Parmesan, the Romano, butter sauce. So, okay. It's also got let's see, some smoke flavor, rice starch, black pepper, turmeric, and nutmeg. Interesting. Okay, so a few interesting spices there. As far as instructions, obviously take out that oxygen absorber. They're calling for 2 cups of boiling water, which is pretty much true for mac and cheese. When I did the last video with the Mountain House, I discovered that really needed quite a bit of water to get that properly reconstituted. So, and it's just a big bunch of pasta. Take that out. Okay, so there we go. We got a little bit longer noodles. Smells good. Smells very good. Now, somewhat of a plus side, because this does have the Parmesan Romano cheese, really shouldn't worry about adding any extra salt. I do sometimes notice from time to time that you do need a little extra added salt. So that last one I did, it needed a little bit, but in this one's case, we should be okay. So I'm not going to add the entire 2 cups per norm. I like to reserve a little bit for about the halfway mark. Just trying to get this stirred in. Looks like we have a couple of loose pieces of actual cheddar cheese. If you could kind of see that in there, there's a couple of loose pieces. So that should be interesting to see how that all comes together. And I like my mac and cheese a little soupy, just like Grandma made it. She always put more milk than what was advisable, so it wound up being kind of like a mac and cheese soup, but that's always how I like it. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and let this set up for 10-15 minutes, and then we'll come back and taste it. Alright, so we went ahead and let everything reconstitute, added just a smidgen of water, a little bit more to it. So basically, it took the full 2 cups. I put it to you that way. You will notice I have a different spoon. I went to clean off my spoon, and the one I was using prior was, geez, get in there, was one of the Canadian long-handled spoons, which I like for these pouches. I cannot get, oh, there it is, jeez. And I went to clean it, I heard a and it literally, like, I bent it just a little bit and it broke in 4 places. So we are using the old standard US MRE spoon from here on. A lot of mac and cheese in there. Lots and lots. I'm just gonna put out kind of a, yeah, that's good for now. Still a lot left in the pouch. Okay, so first things, it looks very, very yellow, doesn't it? Almost unnaturally yellow. A little bit longer noodles, which is cool, smells good. And we definitely see some of that cheddar cheese I pointed out. I don't know if you can see that real well, but it's still clinging on there. So we've got, some cheddar cheese clingers. Let's go ahead and try it. Okay, first impression, the noodles are basically mush. Second impression, I like the sauce. I'm looking at the bag. Let's say, because it almost tastes like there's bacon. Okay, so there is like a bacon flavoring in here. You can definitely tell. So there, yeah, that's actually really neat. So there's a bit of bacon flavor. I don't, you know, so we had the Parmesan Romano mixed there, and with the cheddar, don't taste that a ton. Kind of like a light butter sauce with kind of a hint of cheddar cheese. If you're like a cheese lover, like I am, because I can just eat cheese any time of the day, this probably won't satisfy that. When I was a kid, one of my favorite just general meals, and I was a simple child, was just give me some elbow macaroni noodles, spread some butter on it, put some Parmesan cheese, and I could just sit there and eat the noodles. And this kind of has that reminiscence, because there's not a ton of cheese on here. But yeah, the mushy noodles is kind of off-putting. Now, on the plus side, they definitely added black pepper. One of my things with mac and cheese is it's got to have that pepper. This doesn't need added black pepper, in my opinion. I think it actually is really good the way it is. So, I think if it were just me and said, hey, you know, Backpackers Pantry called me and said, hey Dave, what would you do to make this meal better? I would say figure out a way to prevent your noodles from being mush. It's definitely possible, all right? I've had it, the Mountain House ration that we had a week ago, the noodles were not mushy at all. And I've had it several times where the noodles hold up a little bit better than this. And it might just be because this is a much thinner noodle than what traditionally I've seen in other rations. So that might be it. And I would say keep the butter sauce is good. The pepper is great. Don't need any extra added salt. Just need to turn up the cheese flavor. And if we turn up the cheese flavor, I think we'd be good. And the more I think about it, the more I start to think about the little bits of cheddar cheese that were thrown in here and not actually put into the sauce. So I think if I had a focus or a small critique, it's like, don't throw in cheddar pieces, make that sauce. All right, make the sauce, make it count, get everything nice and mixed in there, and then, you know, away you go. And I think you'd probably have a much better mac and cheese. Now that being said, this isn't bad. I would definitely eat this. I like the inclusion of the bacon flavor. That's really nice too. So, and it's a nice comfort dish, hot meal out on the trail. And yeah, don't have much else to say on that. Not bad, could use some tweaking. So anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed the video here. Appreciate all you guys stopping by again and again. All the subscribers, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you so much. Never thought the channel would even get as big as it is right now. For any of you who are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment and I'll try and answer back to you. And yeah, folks, hopefully you have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you later.